board that will really determine how this one will go down. We're into Inferno, a one-map lead in the series to EG.
As long as they keep their hands in those positions, Alex, I'll be perfectly happy. We'll move into round number 1 and a faster play towards B from Ethan and So. We've seen his boost before, waiting for CT aggression. And talking of which, it's a very common trend on the CT side of Inferno right now to rush middle on the pistol round. We're not going to see that here from Swole Patrol, but they have got a bit of a stack on this side of the map. 2 players towards Arch and Quad, respectively. But still, the B campaign continues. Just 1 player on that side of the map is going to be Freakazoid, but he has got a full array of utility with the HE, Flash, Smoke.
Yeah,
First of which, it's going to be the HE.
What this usually spells is a retake scenario here, but the fact that Freakazoid has used his utility offensively tells the Evil Geniuses a different story. Normally, if he would spot and fall, then they might try and push on in, but the fact that they've baited out their utility might make them think there's a different hold going on over towards that side of the map. And also with these forward positions here, if Breeze drops back out of Boiler, they will be able to do a fast flank. They're actually starting to get information now as the clock ticks on down. Mid is clear.
Holy moly.
This timing is going to be everything.
Okay, so Breezy is the... Oh, no, knife out. Now they accelerate. He gets the frag, changes his mind instead that it's going to propel EG into the site, and Cooper's already peppered another on the cross. Cirque will not see food, and now he can push in and flank. He's got the bomb planter. Bomb will go down regardless, but this retake again from Swole Patrol is looking promising. Damage, this time a Goosh rather, into Cooper. They have lost what looks to be 2 men back-to-back, all onto Cirque for the clutch.
He has clutched a few times today. Has he got another one in the tank here? Time will tell as they spot him out here. The kill not as clean as he'd like.
Celsius?
Final one should be fine here. He was just hoping that would be enough and Cirque would fall back and he can actually take all the time in the world there to guarantee that final kill. I assume he didn't have a kit, didn't quite catch that. And Chad, you got your hand in the air. What have you got for me?
I was just celebrating for EG, managing to defend the side there. I was excited that they pulled that off, how that round played on out.
2v4.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to distract you guys.
It's okay.
I was just getting excited.
I thought your chiming in was something I missed.
No. I'm excited about EG because I look at this team and I go, pound for pound, firepower-wise, these guys should be absolute beasts. But it just feels that how they dipped in form, the way that they were counter-stratted, the way that they were beaten down by Mousebots time and time again in some of their previous matches, and now 2 on the trot of losses of 100 Thieves. I was like, maybe we're losing this team, but...
I mean, I think it suited them, the NRG kind of vibes when they had Daps, and it was like, oh wow, look at these individuals go, and it was kind of always going to be the under-investigated team we played against. Ooh, and now the under-investigated are finding shots. SP again, looking promising. Tarek's going to try and claw one back with a very precise tap away at Food's head in the mini pit.
Yeah, a bit panicked here from EG. Not sure why they've gone with such a fast pace in this sort of round. You know they're going to force 5, and the shot will come in from Stanislaw. Can they stick the landing once again? It's a 3 versus 2 with a Galil recovered. Bomb can be planted, that's no problem. It's Stanislaw here to do most of the heavy lifting. That's something he's well versed in.
Fresh magazine. His job is library. Ethan going to be holding on to that. Stan's been already heavily damaged. They're expecting that smoke to be respected. They push through. Stan does do the heavy lifting. He must be running out of muscle mass. He's already found 3 kills in this one. And it's so close to going awry, but I think they've done it enough. Richard's not got time. He's not got any life. And that will be 2-0.
Didn't like the initial approach. I won't lie to you. I hate fast approaches when you know the CZs are out. You have no idea what's on the map. But they did very well there to fight their way back into the round. Stanislaw especially, the pivot from the arch side towards the bomb site was fantastic. Tarek did well not to die from library. The smoke wasn't even blooming to his left at that point. So he did well to survive as long as he did. This is the moment that saved the round though. The tilt over towards library, managing to find Cooper, expecting him to push through that smoke. And it has to be the full eco now for Swole Patrol. Finally, a second round is converted.
A couple more of those, right? If Swole Patrol lose a couple more of those situations where they do get the openings and then lose in the mid-rounds, and they'll start reconsidering going for those type of scenarios. So that'll stick in the minds of the CTs for now, and it looks like it will be a bit of a B hit as the bomb is over towards that section of the map. Will they walk on in or will they execute? Well, they'll just execute, but through the heads, not through the nades.
Yeah, not a single nade really thrown. You can hear a little HE echoing around Bananas. Celsius does land the dink and the frag. That's huge when he's under scrutiny, unarmored no less. The fact he's got that frag with the USB, and now more coming. Tarek's losing health. He could get caught here, but looks like he's prepared with his Glock.
I was going to say, we just covered this. We just went over this.
Yeah, we did cover the power of the pistol.
It's all under control.
Everybody just take a deep breath.
So, if you are just joining us, it was the first map of Vertigo where Swole Patrol decided to play. It was an epic battle, but ended at 16-14 in favor of Evil Geniuses, certainly their favorite team going into this matchup. And now we fall on Inferno, where EG will start on the T side. They've got themselves a clean 3-0 start. It's already looking like a good half already, and they've got a bit of a bonus situation with some residual cash. Tarek with the Galil. And in terms of the AWP setup, Cooper brings it out early. No helmets. Celsius with a device smoke and replicating some form as well. 3 kills, big spray down. Breezy will try and make up for it, but takes a nade to the face. This is a round going in favor of Swole Patrol here.
Hold up. We've just seen them bail themselves out of a couple of 2-on-4 situations. Maybe they can do another right here. I know the damage is done, but Breeze with a Krieg is a beautiful thing to watch. If he can get the timing right now on this arch-sided player, which will be Zelsis, who is already low, that is a door to open up with still a minute left on the clock. This could be big. Or small, and the whole Saurian situation I just built for the possible.
It was a good try.
No, but that's
round that was coming.
But that's kind of what all we do. You have to think about the ifs, buts, and maybes. This time it was not to be. Breezy did have a good shot at it, but Celsius very passive angle, and a lot of credit to Celsius. That was all him. He even finished that round off, but it was his frags in Banana. We get to see them again now. So deep molly. Smoke blooming from his teammates enables him to continue to stand by that peak, and there was just 3 bodies throwing themselves up Banana. And doing that once, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the start of the conditioning, right?
Yes, just suggesting you could be pushing down Banana, you're willing to swing and willing to battle, means they have to use a utility at the start of each round now, just to avoid that fact they'll have to start throwing the Molotov at the top, knowing they need to fire off some bullets as well. They extinguish said Molotov, and at this stage up to Ethan. Takes this smoke to the face, and he's aware there's a player behind half wall, that's audible, so he'll have to fall back and wait for more grenades to come through.
He might want to actually go back on through with that Molotov they just dumped. It's unlikely that somebody would have been able to sneak through, but meanwhile, Cooper will take down Cirque. That's kind of left EG in a tough spot. They didn't successfully get Banana control, even though we can see they have it. They lost an opening as Cirque tried to claw back a bit of territory. And now they're having to retool, smoke Cooper off, and mid control has been granted. So here, with the limited utility they have, oh, wow. Stan's even going to burn a smoke over towards Moto. They only have 1 smoke, a Molotov, and a flash to hit B.
Is it going to be enough? The brutal aim behind it could be. 2 players lie in wait. Freakazoid and Zelsis. Breed ready and waiting. Doesn't connect. Flashbang. Will have to be very good to allow Freakazoid to get a kill through the smoke here. He does damage, gets a dink. And there's no smoke down towards Coffin just because they don't have one.
Yeah, that bait smoke didn't move a muscle from the CTs, and now another Swole Patrol favored retake. They've been winning a lot of these.
We'll see if they can replicate it. It's looking very good to do so. They've got smokes, Molotovs, flashbangs, everything they could need in this 3-on-5.
Stan and Ethan both going to be ready to deal with construction. Stan's got the first contact. It's down to Breezy. He needs a multi-kill. Ethan's done something, but he's got no health, and it's converted by Food. A quick double to bring home number 2, and the CTs are back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, very good retake again. That's the strongest part of their game, I would say. On the CT side, they're patient, they're disciplined, they make sure they go in together. The flashbang utilization's perfect. You can see the timing's good as well. This is actually working out very nicely for them. Food is putting in one hell of a shift today. A double kill from him towards the end. As we get to round number 6, Cooper still has the AWP, and it should be the eco here for EG.
I think Zelsis, just with that play and the conditioning you were talking about, Alex, has probably damaged the confidence of EG taking Banana fast from now on, and that used to be one of their biggest strengths, right? You would remember casting games with Ethan barreling up Banana, nades coming in over his head from teammates, and them isolating a kill over towards Sandbag or the mouth of B very, very quickly. Now, if they're scared to do that because of that simple smoke molly combo that Swole Patrol did drop, that's going to take away one really key maneuver they have here on this T side. They might have another one in store, as with Boiler and Hall's control garnered, and the smokes that we can see littering their T-sided partial buy. This will be an A set piece. It's going to have to be picture perfect here if they want to do any damage on the A side.
That's interesting that Stan's lineup involves standing in the vision of middle. It must be a very specific smoke, because otherwise you'd have found a safer place to throw it. So let's see where that's off to. going to be landing just perfectly in front of the hay bale car. That makes it easier for the short progress, but also pressure on the pit player. He can't even see Balcony. He still finds a frag and escapes the wall of smokes. They swap positions.
Yeah.
Evil Geniuses have infiltrated the site.
A great setup there from EG, but it ultimately does nothing for them. The fact that he gets out of that position is so impressive from Food, but this could still fall apart. Breezy and Stanislaw have found an entrance. Cooper will respond, but the smoke goes down. The CZ doesn't strike. 3 versus 2 now. Tarek and Stanislaw with the M4. I don't think they have a chance here, but there's a good swing. The flashbang was perfect. Stanislaw doing damage now. Tarek with the P250 is the AWP up first, but he won't be able to do anything about it. Retake successful once again. The defuse comes in.
It was the extra flashes they had left over there once they had the pit control that was the key to allow EG to get out and strike onto the bomb site. You could see how quick they were to react as soon as they had popped. And all Tarek had to do there, it sounds simple, but was find one of those kills and could have potentially milked out the clock and had himself a winnable one-on-one situation, even though it was only a P250 up against the full buy. Real good chance there for EG, and a round that will keep Swole Patrol on their toes if they see those smokes coming again. We saw they already know how to react, but are they ready for that second phase with those extra flashes?
Yeah, and of course the extra weapons. Just with the pistols, they managed to get some good openings. So that's the molly that was previously extinguished. Dan's not going to hear that sound cue this time. Instead, it's going to be a CT incendiary thrown his way. He's burning quite considerably and then straight into the AWP dry. Not ideal.
Certainly not. Stanislaw going down early. In-game leader has been removed at the Ethan now to try and find him some space. He gets past the initial smoke, flashbang and incendiary. There's a lot being thrown in this direction. And still willing to go through. Flashbang with his teammate enables him to confirm that Sandbags is clear. Still on 5-on-4. In terms of CT defense, Zelsa's still there with the Krieg. And Breezy investigates towards mid, trying to find these opening kills if possible. Another flashbang and smoke combo comes through. They've smoked towards B as well from logs. Trying to bait out some utility before their final commitment. Here you can see they still 2 smokes remaining for coffins, more importantly, and CT spawn. But they've already thrown the Fnatic smoke in front of the bomb site, as you can see right now.
There's a third man on B who's just rotated over. This is looking like a nightmare for EG.
Good flashes. Look at Zelsa. He's going to be caught in the open. Oh, he gets caught, as does Ethan. The bullets through the smoke effective from everyone. And Marky's caught another one through the smoke. This is ridiculous. Oh, perhaps another body to be dropped just before that smoke does fade. It's Tarek to wait for it. Holds the CT line, and he's actively fighting. He knows he needs to make it a one-man advantage. Oh, no. This timing is killing me.
He's got the flash, though. Does he want to swing off this? He uses it to reposition instead. Bombs at the halfway point. They've pretty much been successful in every retake so far. Will they be able to continue this trend? Tarek will find the first. 2-on-2 now. AWP in the mix. Now will go down and just poor old Food. Absolutely destroyed there with the final couple of bullets. Tarek will finally break the spell. It's 4-3 after Swole Patrol got a hat-trick of rounds. And we get it to round number 8, but their money's actually pretty low, I have to say. It's up to Breezy to open things up here, but Tarek to save the day. Marky managing to stop Cirque, who vaulted up top to the bomb site boxes there. A lovely sequence coming in. The flashbang towards CD spawn, the reposition, and then the constant peeking, knowing the pressure of the bomb was right in front of them. CZs, no armor, barely any nades. EG can't afford to give this round up. This has to be a clean one for them.
Henry, would you say that that type of B approach there that we just saw from EG, now it's probably something that they were doing before Na'Vi, but it seems like a Na'Vi-esque play, right? Something we'd see from Electronic pushing right up to that choke point, the pop flash, and they take all the territory. They're not doing a beautiful, well-orchestrated set piece. They're using their individuals and how scary they can trade off with
I
each
feel like
other.
they're more that sort of team. If someone spots an opening, and they feel like there's information there that they've gathered and they can exploit, they will just go coordinate around that. So Ethan said, right, I've baited out all these grenades towards B. I feel like there's a rotation happening at this point. I'm going to make my way through. I need a couple of smokes from you guys. I've already smoked Fnatic. At this point, there's no vision there. It's going to bait out some initial utilities. I feel like that was on the fly, but certainly not one that's difficult to pull off. A smoke towards coffins, spawn, couple of flashes over, and it's hit your shots, which is what EG are very good at.
Yeah, sometimes the KISS approach, keep it simple, stupid, is the best way to go about things. Is this time they will be at least showing face over towards the arch side.
Yes, they can't afford to give a Krieg up, though, alone. There has to be the buddy system in place. And I don't think that's going to happen. First kill for Breezy. He would be anticipated in seconds. Not quite. Luckily, he only had the USP. So even a couple of bullets to the face, he can live to tell a tale.
So we did have a similar situation with the Cooper scenario, with the Deagles. We obviously saw that CZ upgraded round that we were covering off before, where they were able to get a couple of kills. I don't think that Swole Patrol are going to be able to do too much damage in this round here. And even if they do, lucky for EG, they're on the T side. So it is a bit easier to come by the money. Things are cheaper. Your weapons, your Molotov is $200 cheaper than the CT side Incendiary. So, look, EG shouldn't be as scared to chase or hunt or go for frags on the T side as maybe if they were on the CT side. And they will... Looks like they're going to hold on to all 5, even though they are chasing. It doesn't seem like the jewels are being offered up from Swole Patrol. They're actually the ones sitting on back. Oh, that's dangerous.
Go on, Stan. Not going to find it. So we will see 5 then to 3. EG do string together 2, and we're looking at the CT money. It's another one of those real nasty numbers where you're going to have some sacrifices across the board.
So if you're a proper team looking to win this game, you have to take another partial buy. Like, there was a buy there, but if you're the underdog coming into this one, I feel like just focusing on your gun rounds and your strong assets like your Cooper AWP, your utility retakes, you need those in your favor, not trying to fight against them by constantly force buying. So this is a bitter pill to swallow for sure. Swole Patrol could have bought into this round with rifles and basic utility, and they still have a chance to win this round. It's not a foregone conclusion, especially with Tarek. I'm not sure why he's expending so many bullets. That was the final shot there that got the head of Food. Does he anticipate Cooper?
That's what I'm thinking. I think that frag would be enough for Tarek to clear towards balcony side as he comes up this staircase. And oh, Cooper's investigation, the timing, perfect, the trade,
Don't give him
not
a second.
possible. He does manage to bang him and finish it off. Breezy, that was a risky maneuver.
And still they can pick up the Krieg. Marky considering it. Doesn't want to grab it just yet, but there it is. Walks off.
If they B execute within the next 20 or so seconds, they're probably going to be safe. I don't expect Marky just to... Is he going? Is he instantly just going to rush over to B? He is.
So even though they know the Krieg's on that side of the map, they haven't committed towards B just yet. They need everyone there.
The longer they wait, the danger becomes that the Krieg can shift on over.
Yeah, it's coming now. There's a boosted player in spawn as well. It's often overlooked.
It's a fake. And they know that's a fake.
Oh, well, they've got all 3 players rotated over, but immediately reacting because of the information. The banana is all too clear, getting awkward now, charging into the site up short. They'll be getting this bomb down for the after plan. Oh, the saved Krieg gets both through the smoke. Marquis, that's a phenomenal catch.
Through the smoke. Easy as you like, and now a 3-on-1, and he's got no chance. He hits that first shot somehow, but it's all down to Marky there. He times it to perfection with the Krieg on the cross. They didn't stand a chance there. They thought they'd done absolutely everything at that stage.
You can't be making fumbles like this. I know you're not expecting to go down 2 players through a smoke by any means. It's luck of the draw. Still, it's a round that's gone just missing.
I feel like this just fakes that it's not necessarily any sort of advantages. And you know, there's one rifle on the other side of the map. I feel like you're overplaying it to begin with. Right. Because you're sacrificing a player in towards B. That's essentially just throwing a player away because it's more than likely to go down with 2 players in B, right? You go back in towards A. It should have been safe. It should have been fine. But they weren't guaranteeing success there, I suppose. As you see a brilliant sequence from Marky. You can't really do much about that. Maybe 1 kill there, I would say, would be logical, but 2 was pretty remarkable.
If you're part of the party. You really don't see that every day. Good point. Good pun. Sucker for a good pun. Cooper is a sucker for an opening pick.
What did he even see of Stan then?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was 99% blind shot. Knows it's a commonly weighted angle when you throw a nade down and a dink. Good grief. Swole Patrol are not pulling any punches. They want to make sure that EG keep the respect high. Talking of respect, my goodness, respect the balls on Tarek.
What are you going to do here, Tarek?
Sit on that balcony for so long.
It's all good and well being up in such a forward position. Dropping that Molotov, unless you're going to sit there and cover off that position now, Tarek, you've just allowed an individual to go into a position that you think is clear, that you've just probably communicated is that way. So they will have to deal with Food. He's shifted on over there. They don't have any nades to deal with his position. He has no smoke to play around either, but with 30 seconds left on the clock and the low HP, this feels like a Swole Patrol round.
I think you might be right here, Chad. 30 seconds, and they will edge out, though. They've got no idea. They'll make the drop down towards the pit, and Tarek, well, that's a surprise they weren't anticipating. It was looking great The crossfire was established, but Swole Patrol had no idea they could actually walk out, drop down, and find a quick kill like that.
So that player on the site was holding an angle that meant the pillar blocked the exact strategy EG were going for.
Yeah.
Like, that's not... If he was just tucked in on the normal box, like the same box, but further back, you see balcony all the time. It's just a coincidence.
It's so rare for a T just to walk out of absolute right? And that's why they do it. That's the sort of play they've made. They're aware of the crossfires that Swole Patrol would normally deploy, and they've probably spotted a gap there. I'm sure we can have a look at it in a little bit, but for now it's going to be up to Cooper and Zelsis to save the Orb and the Krieg. Bouncing back after losing to the Pistols will be EG with the lead now as 6-4. And 4 players will survive as well. You can retreat through the apartments, no exit frags to be found, and we will find ourselves with a very convincing finish there. Lovely work from Tarek, dropping down, insta-kill, and it will lead to a round victory.
All right, well, I'm not sure if we're able to bring it up on Skybox right now, but if we are, I can show you these lines of sight. I think it maybe has to be something I might have to save for a little bit later at the moment.
Okay, seems like it might be the case. No worries. We'll be getting into round 11 then. We do see one CT Krieg. I'll be intrigued to see if Zelsis can do anything to the caliber of Marquis' spray. Ridiculousness. And only 5 frags, but those 2 directly translated into a round win. Early nades and early control. They're back. It only took them, what, 6 rounds after being deterred by the Zelsis triple, but back to their old ways of taking some early banana control.
What I would really like to see from Evil Genius is if they're able to get banana control this easily, is just set up and execute straight away, right? Get banana control like you just have done, set everybody up, and go really quickly, because what's going to happen on the other side of the map, Swole Patrol are going to start playing for info. They're going to push. We can see they're already in a forward setup here.
Where are they set up?
The boiler room right now.
Stacked on top of each other? No. Interesting. One close, one far. So there's not much information to be gained here, and you can see that Tarek's exerting some patience. He might succumb.
I don't even know if he hard clears this angle.
I'm with you. Oh, we've made a big sound cue as well. They're going to react to that.
He's not expecting this. There's no way. He's dead.
Yeah, not really sure what he was up to there, to be honest with you. Big sound cue, and it's led them to a 5-on-4 advantage. Swole Patrol will rotate players over towards B. That's going to be Cooper trying to drop the incendiary before the commitment, but it's a fake again. And a convincing one. We have had Marquis leaving the area, but Food, he does have the incendiary, and they're going to have to respect it. There's nothing they can do about it. There's no smoke to extinguish, and now the rotations come back through. At least Marquis arrived at the scene of the crime, but this has to be a couple of kills for Food in the pip.
Good molly. There you go through it, and here's the frags. Keep your eyes on Food. He's under a lot of pressure, and it's going to be close. Instead, Cooper's the one to claw something back. Advantage maintained for Swole Patrol in the afterplan, and Suggs jumps across. That was ballsy. My God, Cooper was holding the line, and he knew it.
It's the retakes, though, that have been so promising for Swole Patrol. A 3-on-2 in their favor, but only 1 flashbang to speak of. Nowhere near the bomb yet. 2 players towards the arch side, hoping for a mistake to come through. One of the most deadly aims in North America. Ethan sets himself up towards the bomb site here. Can't connect to the head just yet. Turns his attention towards the apartments, and that's where I'll have to find the shot. Can't do it. Ethan known to hit those sort of shots, and this time the bomb will be defused as Swole Patrol find their 5th.
If I'm Swole Patrol, retakes are, you know, if we had a top trumps card, we've got 10 out of 10 in the retakes. There's no doubt about it. They have got a degree of synergy in their retakes that is working wonders over the course of this series. We saw it as early as the CT pistol on Vertigo, and it has carried on throughout the series.
I would, I'd have to think about it a little bit more than I make this throwaway statement, but let's go with it.
Go on.
Retakes have to be some of the most stressful situations you find in Counter-Strike, right? Just because the pressure of that bomb timer starts to really weigh on you, and any little mistake that you make or indecision or hesitation in a retake situation, it's amplified more so than what it is in the traditional round. But this is the Mouse Force. It's the fast A. It's a quick play.
And this is Carrigan / Stanislaw with the MAC-10. He charges straight up long. He wraps around the site, and they exploit the A defenders. That's the bomb.
Down.
The bomb is down. Now, that is a problem. MAC-10 might be able to find the solution, but apparently not. It's going to be Marquis that's lighting them up here with the M4A4.
He's on for an ace.
Tarek, he's certainly not. He'll be here stuck on the bomb site and hoping he can just cause a bit of damage towards the end, but it is going to be Zelsis to close things out. Very competitive series, this one. The first map at 16-14, and we're split right down the middle here in the first half of Inferno at 6-6. But it is a T side for EG as their map pick. Marquis, though, starting to show us why he was picked up with this squad. Spraying them down the FAMAS, picks up the M4, closes things out in true style as well as was our boiler room.
That was neat. Lovely stuff from Marky. We knew he was playing the difficult role of B defender on Vertigo and didn't necessarily climb to the top of the scoreboard, but he had some impact frags. Now those impact frags are coming in by the bucket load.
Tarek has a Zeus, always trying to bring us some content here. The man himself had some interesting plays, saved a round or two over there on Vertigo, and now seeing if he can give us a ah!
Hey, that was one of your best.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
There's been a lot of that recently, but yes, a round where EG can just compose themselves, discuss the options going forward, what's gone right, what's gone wrong. For now, this round is pretty much a guarantee for Swole Patrol to take the lead 7-6. Inferno has looked promising for them. Their retakes have been wonderful. So is this spray down from Zelsis. He's on for the ace. Freakazoid is there to pick up the pieces. He's had a quiet game so far. That's only his 5th kill after getting a 2-piece there overall. So after having great form in the first map, he's starting to slow down now. So that should hopefully raise his confidence and Zelsis, to be fair.
16th frag for Zelsis.
Give me some, give me some.
I want some.
Here we go.
Has his snack.
Get the Hoover out there, just vacuuming up all the ecos.
No loss of suction.
No, you need to make sure you've got that on full force at all times. Apparently when Naf was on Renegades, that was his job.
I'm not even going to say. You know.
I meant eco kills. But,
yeah.
So
shot from Tarek comes in.
Marky onto Tarek. Here we go. The trades continue. And round 14, it promises to be as equally as entertaining as the rest, if not more so. Early exchanges do put a bit of a pressure on the T's here. You can see that this early vying for banana control has left Ethan with 17 health and Tarek with a skull beside his name. He's gone.
4-4. Ethan battered and bruised as well. And we have got Zelsis just jumping for information here. And, well, it's going to be Cirque just ready and waiting. Plucks him out of midair there. It was a dangerous maneuver to say the very least, but Freakazoid is a dangerous man. Maybe he can recover this situation. He sprays the AK-47. Good for one. Not going to work out, though, as the plan will come through. I think a safe call is on the cards here, especially with the positioning of Breezy. He's not going to make any footsteps, confirming the banana's clear. Oh,
not the timing again. He's been done to this before.
Oh. Why is he so fixated to sit behind the steps if you have to?
They've adjusted their entire A defense to deal with this kind of play, right? They're playing 2 in boiler every single time. They can be fast to react if it is a B play, and they can also deal with Breeze's lurk, and they have a great chance of this retake.
Oh my goodness, yeah, they've mollied out new boxes. It's another one of the Swole Patrol trademark retakes. It's happened again. Advantage firmly in their hands, and Ethan's only going to get one, and they've done it again and again. 8 now for Swole Patrol with another successful retake.
Yeah, it's just not good enough from EG. I'm not really sure what happened at that point.
Breezy.
A 3-on-2. Breezy, like, yeah, I understand he's checking for the possible flank towards apartments, but there's so many safer positions. He could even just be underpass at that point, just watching towards middle. Yeah. Anywhere but looking with his back turned towards second mid.
In transition is one of the worst places to be holding a flank from because you're dealing with multiple angles that you can't cover off. If you're going to be assertive with that flank and push forward through to enter holes and see everything's clear, then you could maybe rotate all the way around through spawn. But Henry's bang on. Your whole job is to make sure your teammates can't be flanked. So set yourself up in a position where your teammates can't be flanked, as opposed to setting yourself up in a position where you can be flanked.
You got your back turned to 2 CTs who are going on their way to an impossible scenario. Why would they be coming through the apartments at that point? The bomb was about 3/4 gone. I don't think anyone's going to be shift walking through the apartments and trying to backstab in that fashion. It was a very odd decision from Breezy at that point, and he gives up the round.
I think he probably had it in his mind exactly what you said. Oh, they're going to save. We've got side control. They're nowhere near it. I'm going to start hunting
They probably
them.
were going to, considering the circumstances, but there we go. I don't know why that happened, but it did. 6 is still enough rounds on the T side. They're going to struggle to pick up the last round here, as EG only have Galils and a couple of main rifles. That's going to be the Krieg and the Cirque, as Stanislaw, while his AK-47 has been cut down to size, 49 HP after receiving an HE towards logs.
Yeah, his one-tap advantage to the head has been completely lost in every duel he takes now with the M4s.
I'm just worried with Breeze not online and one of their key individuals on a map like this, especially on the CT side. What kind of defense they're going to be able to put up here. Once again, they go towards A. Needs to count into the grinder they go. Freakazoid ready and waiting. Gets 2 big frags with Marky getting traded out there. And now it's just a 2-on-4 situation. This is looking very much like a 9-6 half.
I think you might be right there. Ethan and Stanislaw, not a whole lot to do here. Incendiaries, smokes, it's all a bit of a nightmare. Stanislaw trying to thread the needle towards CT spawn. Successfully does so in the form of finding Freakazoid here. With 40 seconds remaining, his teammate has the bomb.
Spawn to A, spawn to A.
Yeah, he's going towards the apartments here with the bomb. So Stanislaw holds here.
Wait, where's Ethan going? Ethan.
Is he committed? No, he's not. Okay. So Stanislaw needs to find one more kill, but they don't have time to really do so at this point. Ethan will have to do something. If he goes down, the round's over.
It's over.
That's it. Well, good try.
Yeah, I mean, it would nearly worked. It did pull the AKs, or rather the CTs, to start their move towards the B site with Stan showing his face. But yeah, with 9 seconds, they know where he is. He's got to be careful not to die after time here.
I feel like Stan, if he would have been running the entire time there, got some noise towards CT spawn, then Ethan can maybe get out.
No time. And that's the end of the half, so I should shut up. But 9-6 will be the end of the half. Already, Swole Patrol have manufactured a lead. Let's see if they can take us to 3.
I was running round so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. Fucked up all my chances. It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife, and when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I'll check it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I ended up seeing red.
Zelsis, quite the story from him. A brief tenure in Cloud9, but now body bagging Evil Geniuses in the second map of this best of 3 series. We've already seen Swole Patrol pick up 1 win and a close loss versus 100 Thieves in this Americas group. And now they've got themselves an lead versus EG on EG's map pick, and Henry's lost faith in EG.
I kind of have. This is not looking too good. They're making some very questionable decisions at the wrong times and not really looking like they've got that usual EG killer instinct behind them. There's something certainly not quite right here with the squad. We'll see if they can pick it up in this second half pistol. As they switch over to the CT side now, they've gone for 4 sets of Kevlar and a flashbang combo and a diffuse kit for Stanislaw. That suggests to me they'll be swinging out, trying to find a pick at some point. Also very useful from CT spawn if they do commit towards B, allowing your players to actually challenge from new boxes. Back right is exactly where they are right now.
There's a Molotov for Cooper here. Where that gets placed is going to be very, very important. It could even be a post-plant situation.
I would say new boxes for the setup they're doing right now. They could do emo as well, but new boxes seems to be still the trend, which it will continue to be.
Yeah, there it goes. Flying in towards new boxes. Ethan's flashed as well, so he'll be taking a lot of damage. Forced into the open. It's worked perfectly. What another coordinated pistol round. Now it'll down to Tarek's aim, and he's only going to be allowed to get 1. Now the retake for EG. Let's see if they've got anything close to what we saw from Swole Patrol's retakes. Disadvantage still. I think they were trying to do that silently. But now Zelsis has been spotted, and nice frag onto Cirque. There's 2 in that pit. That doesn't even matter because Zelsis is killing them all. Finally, he gets him. He won't expect Freakazoid. He will expect Freakazoid. And another one! Breezy's back, baby! 9-7, and it was such a spectacular way to acquire it.
That's actually insane. That's what we're talking about. That's what we've been bigging up in the pregame.
Okay, this is great. I love it. But the only reason that EG have gotten through half of these games here, the Vertigo game the same, is individual performances.
Can I see that again, please, sir?
It's just individuals right now. This isn't team-based Counter-Strike. Swole Patrol are playing better as a team.
They had the perfect execution there. They've got 2 players towards the well position. Unfortunately for them, that final shot is just beautiful. Food didn't do anything wrong. He should have been safe, but the P2000 connects. And of course, he finds the kit, defuses, and saves the day. But the bomb was planted, and they normally win these second round force buys. Swole Patrol bring out 3 rifles here. It's Cooper and Freakazoid. The brothers in arms without the weaponry this time, and it doesn't seem to matter. Mark B will open things up. Doesn't take any damage for his troubles either.
Oh, there we go. Stan, quick on the revenge. He didn't want to give them any territory at all and takes away some life as well.
More importantly, onto Zelsis, who
Bomb
has
down.
one of the few Kriegs. Now the bombs in the CT remit. Food's in a good position to punish Breezy. 1 bullet would do it.
Food's going to think he's cleared that angle.
Back and forth we go. We said these second rounds, they're always up in the air. Tarek with the MP9. Will he be enough here? Swings towards middle. Knows players are there. The UMP is trying to do enough, and it will. Wow, what a crazy couple of rounds we've had so far. It felt like Swole Patrol did enough there, but the UMP and SMG combo is enough towards the end, and it will be a full eco now for Swole Patrol with no bomb planted.
Can we have a breather for a moment
Yeah, this should be the moment of respite. We should be okay.
Whew. My God. What a crazy first 2 rounds of a half. That's going to get the blood pumping for us and for the viewers, and I'm sure for the players as well.
So that's both pistols that EG have won in this map that they had no business winning. It was a 2-on-4 in the first half, and that was a 1v3. They should not be in this game at all right now, and they are. So what's going from the sound of disappointment in my voice with EG is going to more of a surprise that they're even being able to get rounds on the board here. And Tarek, there we go. No,
you killed all of them. You don't have to shoot anyone else.
And he wants that armor, Tarek. Don't make him rebuy it at some point. Come on, bruh.
It's interesting that the armor number doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, it's a weird and kind of antiquated setup, I would say, in Counter-Strike. It doesn't really make much sense at all. If you have less than 100, you can get...
I suppose the debate is more about, like, nade damage and stuff.
Yeah.
Because for the guns, we know it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but up until, like, I think it's the same... The armor acts in the same way up until...
Yeah.
It reads 10, right? That's when it starts to drop off. So ultimately, like, you never need to rebuy armor, ever. You don't need to top it up. Yeah, like, I've never been in a scenario where I feel like, oh, I need to buy my armor again, apart from you having, like, a 20-0 game. You're feeling yourself, you're just buying it for fun. But that's about it. There's no real reason to reinvest in topping up your armor.
Buying for fun. It's fancy a fresh helmet, a new lick of paint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's been heard, so Food knows that there's no one on the balcony anymore.
or he can suspect. Imagine that, 4D chess, you jump off the balcony, leave someone there.
Smoke down. Even if he does have information, won't be able to do anything with it. And a contact play towards Arch, Chad.
This is big because if Cirque falls, the rotation from the B site is very far away.
Well, that's sensational. A double kill is more than they could have asked of him from that position, as the entire Swole Patrol squad did congregate towards his defensive line. Food from Apps. This is going to come down to Breezy and when he chooses to peek. Likely only on the contact of his teammates. He doesn't need to give them away into the site, and so he just bides his time.
Yeah, every second they can stay alive at this point, it's going to be massive. 4 versus 2. Breezy watching the pit from Graveyard. And as the drop down comes through, not the cleanest, but absolutely fine. Zelsis now just with 46 points of health. Should be taken care of momentarily at this point. And there it is. The final kill will come in as Evil Geniuses will find double digits. As Chad said, they shouldn't really be in this position considering how the pistol went down, but now they find themselves 4-0 up in this second half at least. And in terms of cash, it looks like we're having another partial buy for Swole Patrol.
There's going to be nades from Swole Patrol being invested into here. One would imagine they might be used towards the top of Banana, up towards that barrel position or sandbag, or even the mouth of B. If they can find an opening, they could snowball off the back of that. These CZs, you can move very, very quickly. However, it looks like the majority of the forces will be heading with the bomb through the alt middle position. Molotov towards top Banana from Zelsis. That's just going to stop the CTs from pushing for free info within the first couple of seconds. We're about to see that smoke get deployed over towards the Arch side, and everybody else on the Swole Patrol side is setting up ready to pounce. These nades will be used over towards Pit, and there's no one at the bike position right now. We saw this from Tai Lu. Similar execute, similar idea. Tends to be no one home.
Tends to. This time, Stanislaw is going to be locking down short with no issues. Even dropped off, unintentionally avoiding the push from Food.
It couldn't have been better for him, to be honest. And the CZs won't get a look in. A couple of kills towards the end.
Get the Krieg, Breeze, behind you. Get the Krieg in the pit. Get the Krieg in the pit.
Panicking.
Get the Krieg in the pit.
Oh, I would hate to be your player. Just shout it. I'm looking for it. I can't find it, Chad. Calm down.
You were standing right next to me, Breeze. I'm being Stan right now. What do you mean you couldn't find it?
He's still pretty good with the AK. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he what's the expression? Cut his teeth? Is that an expression?
Yes, that's it.
He cut his teeth with the AK into the scene.
That's true. He's more than... what's the correct word?
One trick pony?
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to have the Krieg in his hands, but he is certainly considered one of the best players in the world with it. Ethan, not bad at the AK-47 as well. Flash goes over, spray, straight to the body of Marquis. Quick kill, and he's out of there.
Yeah, even nading Zelsis for good measure. That's a very nice opening piece from Ethan. He's made a lot of extra work for the Swole Patrol squad in round 21.
They don't have many choices left, and we saw the similar scenes out of EG in their first half. When you are left in these desperation scenarios, usually a B execute is the best you can do. Almost guarantee yourself a 4-on-2 in a lot of scenarios, but EG are ready. They drop their counter utility.
And into the smoke they go, into the bullets, and now Zelsis has done it again. He's having such a good map here on Inferno.
Yeah, he really is. Amazing shot there. He's got 16 HP. He's got no business winning that duel, I have to say. But it looks like the Krieg will reign superior once again, this time in the hands of the CT. There's Food fighting his way back into this round the best he can in a 2 versus 1 now, but still the flank will come in. Breezy to shut the round down and confirm the point on the board for EG. It's going to be 12-9 now. A retake very successful from their point of view.
He got the Krieg.
You always have to.
Picked it up.
No one's arguing with that, Chad. Everyone needs the Krieg. Everyone wants the Krieg.
Get the Krieg in your life. Feel it flowing through your veins.
Can I be the first one to say that that CSGO Twitter is really boring with the nerf the Krieg repetitions?
That's why I tweeted the other day, buff the Krieg.
Right, okay, nice. A little bit of something different, just because, I'm seeing all of these corporate social media accounts now just begging for the Krieg to be nerfed as well. You don't have an opinion for the Krieg to be nerfed. You just know that people will agree with you and interact with it.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's not funny anymore.
Well,
Go back to the picture of the dog.
We've got April Fool's Day coming up. Trust me, it's going to get a lot worse.
Oh, you're right.
The organizations love an April Fool's joke. They can't get enough of it.
It'll be North. They'll make a Krieg out of bananas and say, new Krieg nerf
it's going to be
leaked.
one of those things, and everyone's going to have a great time. And
Maybe I just hate social media.
I'm just going to be off the internet that day, I think. It's the worst time of the year for the internet in a couple of days.
Well, honestly, no, to be fair, social media is the worst right now. It's just, everyone's got so much time for it. It's a nightmare out there.
That's a good point, yeah.
Don't scroll through it. It's just dreary, and only amplifies your internal fears and anxiety.
But do tweet at us.
Tweet at us. We're cool. We're not going to be nasty to you. You're nasty to us sometimes, but I'll get over it. Round 22. Perhaps it's time for Swole Patrol to be nasty to these CTs, because it's getting a little too EG in this house.
Yeah, they're 6-0 up now in the second half, yet to post a single round. Swole Patrol have got B control, however. Still a decent amount of utility and good shots towards Ethan, but can't quite convert it to a kill. Marquis, decent attempt. What's the final play? They still have 2 players towards middle. Contact, by the looks of things. Walking in, and there still is a player boosted. That's going to be Tarek. So more of a pounce approach here.
Flash from Ethan. And, oh, Tarek messed up the timing. Fortunately,
He's low
Ethan
as well.
did not mess it up, and now Tarek has Cirque's flash. A double kill. We didn't quite see that, but both of Freakazoid and Food just ripped out of the server, throws Cooper into a 1 versus 4 that he's already found the first path of.
I don't feel that secure for EG here. If they can deny the plant, they'll be absolutely fine. And there it is. Okay, Cirque will get it. Chop through the coffin. Sends into his grave. We are going to have round number 23 coming up. 13-9. EG valiantly fending them off there towards B, especially Ethan. He got taken out of 20 points of health at the start. Still gets the double kill. Gets all the aggro. As soon as he does, that's when Tarek swings out with a flash. Double kill himself. Really nice stuff. We talked about that CT spawn flash. I think it was Stanislaw again throwing it from CT spawn for Tarek to actually come through the smoke and able to get those 2 big kills. This might be enough to find the 2-0 now.
Counter-Strike maths isn't wrong after all. I thought I might have to start changing my formula.
Yeah, no, your formula seems sound, seems safe. But that is, of course, until we get to the conclusion. I'm not locking anything in. No final answers from me.
Well, a US Air Force tactical timeout now from Swole Patrol. Their first, actually, on Inferno, surprisingly. 23 kills for Zelsis. Never really got going in Cloud9, only had a few appearances, and none of which are that memorable, I have to be honest.
He was joining a sinking ship at that point with the direction that the roster was going.
It was the worst way to be in the spotlight. It was kind of similar to, let's say, what's another example? Neo joining FaZe and on their knees, right? It's like the worst possible job to step into when your career is falling apart itself, and you have to be put in that sort of pressure. Similar sort of vein.
There's only one worse way to go about it, and that would be if you were to join the team after they'd just won, I don't know, let's say a major, and then lose everything after that. So at least he didn't have to go through those woes. But Ethan on the back of Cirque's flash finds 2. And this should be round number 14, locked on in.
I'm loving this from EG. This is spectacular. They found their form. They found their mojo, Chad. You thought they'd lost it, but now we're starting to see it again. They just needed a few 1v3s under their belt, a couple of successful, impossible rounds, and they're right back into it.
Shot in the back by two rotating CTs.
That's all they needed.
Oh, dear.
A few showstoppers, and they're going to find round 14 momentarily. It's going to be a 4-on-2 for now. Freakazoid, unfortunately for him, he had a great performance on Vertigo. He sits on 9 and 19 right now. Could find a kill here, but no real reason to even give an opportunity. Throws the HE. That's the last of his utility. Might as well get rid of it, I guess.
Yeah, it makes him run faster.
Yeah, shed a bit of weight. So, does find at least a rifle. And it's a very big one at that. It's the old AWP.
Why
You
is
don't
everyone
get bigger
getting
than this.
so excited about this one? I think this skin looks so busy. It's so wibbly wobbly. It's not really up my
Can we see it again? Yeah.
Look how noisy it is.
I don't like it. I like that new one that they put on in one of the most recent cases. I don't even know what it's called.
I'm in the market for a new op here, boys.
I was thinking Medusa.
Medusa?
Really treat ourselves.
Yeah?
Medusa.
How much are they running for these
I
days?
honestly don't know.
It's probably about $6 or something.
No, I remember last time I wanted to buy a fancy
I've got
they're
an
all quite expensive.
Asimov right now, and I'm not
Old
really
school.
loving it.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take that off your hands if you
Yeah, you
want.
can have it if you like. I'm really not.
I've never had an Asimov. Even
8
when they were
seconds, you know. And that's going to be the logical conclusion. That's the only cool skin I don't have right now. I think I've got everything else covered apart from the orb. So
You've even got gloves, you sweat.
I did spend a lot of money on the gloves. Not going to lie to you. Got the coolest ones I could find that weren't like 10 grand. Like,
Yeah. You're like, which ones don't look like they were designed by a toddler?
I actually am very happy with my setup right now.
What about the AWP Boom? The orange one.
I used to have that back in the day. I think that's too old school. That's like version 1
Okay,
skins.
lightning strike. Let's really go.
Like this purple, that is a cool one. I've had that in the past as well. That was a cool one. I'm trying to think what else I like. In terms of the new ones out there, what's the black and red one called?
The
Classic.
Not the What, the red line?
Yeah, the red line.
This
yeah,
is a good
that's
one.
a cool one
This
as
stat's
well.
a good one. 6 opening kills in the last 6 rounds. Before that, they were down 13-4 in opening kill department. So
Oh,
they've really
that's
switched
insane.
it on. On the CT side, we always talk about it's a bit easier to be receiving than giving. So they can be waiting for the Ts to push on through and mow them on down.
I've
You
been
can
saying
see-
that most of my life, Chad. It's
Most
easier
of your
to
life.
receive and then give. That's what you said, anyway.
Back into the first
Nice
kill,
shot.
and Cooper is ready for it. Zerg, that might have been the run boost across, and there's a second kill available through the corner of the wall. You can see why we're
Damn.
bigging this guy up so much. He has a fantastic AWP given the opportunity, and now it is a 5-on-3. Surely they can convert this with Stanislaw. He's got other ideas. Might as well throw caution to the wind at this stage. Round probably falling apart.
He can't scope in right here because there's a player to his left that he's unaware of who actually could come in behind him. Needs to be ready for it.
Oh, he missed!
And not going to land the shot. And now it's Tarek to receive. Food's coming fast through halls. If Tarek can get this kill, there's a chance they can stop the push.
Oh, but he heard the steps from short. He panicked, and that will be the round. A huge one for Swole Patrol. This could have put match point on the board for the Evil Geniuses. Instead, Swole Patrol will claw one back in a big way.
Lots of money here for EG. Ethan might as well try and inflict as much financial ruin as he possibly can at this stage. He doesn't really have the HP to back it up, and in terms of utility, he's got nothing, so he can't throw the sex bomb towards the pit. But at this point, just looking for any players exiting the site, looking towards Library for now towards Arch. You can sit in the pit, as we all know, depending on the bomb plant position. It is in towards default, so Zelsis would have to fall back, which he is through the apartments.
Cooper and Food will live, however.
Yes, so Cooper especially can remain in the corner, and Ethan's going to try and find him. This is so smart. It actually takes him down, so that's actually the AWP move, Chad.
That's huge. That is instrumental.
Oh, they've got nothing.
They pick
Wait,
up another
Food got one in
AWP, yeah.
transition,
They
yeah.
found the other one I think Stan had. So that's fine, but still, like a really smart play from Ethan coming in there. Like if he hadn't pulled it off, it looked a bit silly, but he takes the AWP away, and they don't have to reinvest in one, but still, a cool move.
Yeah, cool move. Didn't quite pay off in the end, thanks to the hard work of Food, who was obviously very quick to react when he saw Zelsis' name in the kill feed. He would have had to have been reactionary, because otherwise, double AWPs on the T side, not quite that effective. We've seen a triple AWPs actually from Mouse Sports on the T side yesterday, but that equally was ineffective.
Well, Ethan's actually brought out an AWP on the CT side, so we do have a double AWP setup in play. It's just on the other side of things this time round.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is the call I'd be looking for when you're trying to close a game out. That's a lot of money spent, but he still has $4,000 residual, I suppose. As you'll see them push up now, Cirque fires off a shot through the smoke, through the wickets of all 5.
Scary prospect. Gathering outside of that smoke, Cirque realizes and will fall back to a longer line, a more favorable one. His incendiary perfectly timed on the fade. That makes the pop flash irrelevant.
Should
It
push
wasn't
in
a
front of
pop,
this.
it
Yeah.
was a smoke.
They should get past these smokes if possible now, and that's exactly what Tarek's going to do. Confirms middle is clear, and he'll rotate back towards B, but this could be false information.
Yeah, this is something, look, that can lure anybody into a trap here by sitting back deeper off the mid brackets. The information they think they've gotten is actually false. Ethan can see all the way down Banana. He doesn't actually need support right now, so that
2 AWPs.
it does help them a little bit here,
Okay.
but Tarek is really late on this rotation coming back on over.
So they have 2 AWP setups towards B. So Cirque will be there. Ethan at the barrels for now. He's at 42 HP. So I would say just leave that AWP there. If you can have an AWP at barrels established, he's fine. Get Cirque out. Stanislaw with the first. Commitment towards quad now.
They know where he is. Oh, there's a Molotov as well. He's burning. Stan wants to get one. He's done some damage, but it's Cooper and Food to frag. Tarek standing his ground,
Huge.
and he's got the multi-kill he needed. All 3 pulls home 15.
Well,
Damn.
even though Ethan wasn't involved in the skirmish there, he was the reason Tarek was able to get back over, because Swole Patrol actually did a very good job of getting mid-control and forcing out that rotation, but Tarek, he's back in position in time, gets 30 frags with this 3-piece right here. We've been seeing some bigger things out of him across Inferno.
Yeah, we absolutely have. He's had his moments for sure. And this will have to be quite the moment from Swole Patrol just to stay alive in the series. You need 5 rounds in a row, and it all begins here. Mag 10 in the CZ, 3 rifles, and bare bones utility. Cirque willing to take the same pick this time towards T-steps, pulls the trigger, doesn't connect. And Breezy, aggressive of course, playing to win. As Ethan fires off shot towards the half wall, nothing connecting. Marky low. Flashbang comes forward, he's still willing to challenge here. Incendiary in response.
Breezy, very aggressive for this round.
And he's got players coming towards him as well. This could be problematic. Is he aware of Food's presence? It doesn't matter. He gets out of there. That's the correct call. Maintain his advantage. Play for the win here. Get the crossfires established now. Look out for the apartments. No one's got eyes in it. And a player is at the end. It's going to be Food. And he's already out. He could actually get a couple here. Breezy will shut him down. Still not a guaranteed round yet.
No, by no stretch of the imagination. Swole Patrol have won bigger deficits than this. Admittedly, the tagged up Marky and the Zelsys CZ75 don't look particularly promising. And Tarek's already tapped away at Cooper. Just Zelsys and Marky to keep the dream alive for Swole Patrol on Inferno in this series. It can end in 2 frags time, and both could be delivered by Cirque, or maybe just the one, because Ethan's done one. Breezy puts the cherry on top. EG beats Swole Patrol 2-0 here on the North American side of things. It's a big win. There's no doubt about it, and that is not the head-to-head. See you soon.